So today I'm going to show you how to create a Facebook story for your Facebook business page. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can do it through the app on your mobile or you can do it on your desktop. Both have certain features available on one that is not on the other. So I'm going to show you what you can do on each. So we'll start off with the mobile. So obviously you want to go onto the Facebook app itself. Now, you're wanting to go onto your page because this is going to be done from your business page, not from your personal profile. So once you're on your business page, you simply scroll down. And where you can see there in the middle says create a post, you also have underneath it add to story. So you can click on add to story. And as you can see across the top here, you can create a text one, you can create a green screen boomerang, which actually is a short video that just goes backwards and forwards. You can do a selfie, you can do a poll, or you can do a mood. So let's go through each of them. So a text one here, literally you start typing, you choose what color scheme you want as the background. And there's so many different ones to choose from. So you can have your doves, there can be flowers. You simply start typing, and as you can see, it's there, and it's as simple as that. So that is done. You've got your clean version of the text, you've got your simple, you've got your casual, and you've got fancy, and of course you've got headline. So many different ways of doing it, and when you click on done, you can then have the option to share now. If you put for a link, you can click on learn more, so it adds a button. However, what it doesn't do is actually give you the opportunity to include a link. So therefore the links on the mobile, certainly for myself, are not working at the moment. If you want to provide a link, for example, if you're doing a sales post, you want to be doing that on the desktop. So let's just go back. I'm going to discard the changes. You've then got green screen. So if I had something going on behind me here as a green screen, then that could actually be a good setup for a short video. When it comes to creating stories, an image lasts for 5 seconds. A video can last up to 20 seconds, but it does say to actually cut it to 15. Once it gets to the end of that 15 seconds on the third occasion, the person looking at it will have to click on continue watching. So do keep them short, sweet, and fun. Boomerang, like I say, is actually doing a video which can then just bounce backwards and forwards. Selfie speaks for itself. A poll, you can ask a question and you can have a yes or no answer. And again, you can change the sort of backgrounds that you want. You could even put an image as a background to it, but obviously that would make it more difficult to see what the question is. So let's go back from there. Discard changes, and then you've got mood is the last option. So this will actually share a lot of bits and pieces that you can literally just put on as they are, or you can then add your own text on top. Bear in mind, this is not going to be very unique to you though, because these are ones that are available for everybody to use. Let's start, for example, if you wanted an image on there. Now, images you want to create at 1080 pixels by 1920. So they're to be in portrait. So if you've got a photo on here that you want to use, let's say, for example, I'm just going to recreate one that I put on earlier today. So I'm going to say I want that image. Now, as you can see, there's options in the top right of stickers, text, draw, effects, see more, is animate, and again link, but it will not allow me to actually put a link in there on the mobile. So stickers, if you click on that, you've got all kinds of stickers on there. So you can put on there, say, good vibes. Once you've got it on there, you can then move it around to wherever you want. But do remember, what you want to do is to look at leaving the top 14% and the bottom 14% empty, because they can be cut out by other things like the buttons if you're doing it on desktop. Click on that and you can see different versions of it come about. So I'm going to discard that. I've not found a way as yet on how to actually just undo the latest changes. So text. If you put a text on there, you can see you've got your different coloured text available here. You also see that you've got it's not black, it's actually see-through with white background. So for example, if I put another day, another cat rescue. Now at the moment that's actually clear with white background. If I hit the button where it's got A inside a white circle, it will actually change it to white writing with a clear background. So you choose something that you think will actually suit it best. You can then choose if you want to have it central, you might want it left aligned, you might want it right aligned. You've then got the options of the kind of text on here. So you've got a headline, or you've got glow, you've got fancy, or you've got classic. And then of course you've got pop. So we're going to keep that on there. Now if you look, the wording is automatically centralized on the whole thing. Now I don't want that because I don't want the picture itself to be covered. So you simply hold down on the actual lettering itself, and then you can move it round and it will give you the cursor to show you when it's central that way and when it's central that way. So you can see if you want it completely central. I actually want it to appear up here. Again, allowing to make sure there's 14% of it at the top is left empty. You can then do drawing on there. So you can change how thick the pencil line will be. You can change the colour that you want. And if you decide you want to draw on there, so let's say we want purple, we're going to make it a bit bigger. And I just want to go like that. If you then decide, actually, I don't want it, you hit the rubber at the top and then you can rub it back out. Now, it doesn't matter, you don't have to be careful because it doesn't rub anything out other than the actual drawing itself. Then you've got your special effects. Now, this is great if you've got just a picture. So you can do different things like changing that. You can have stars coming out. And then there's all the different effects that you can work through. And then you've got animate, basically is what it does with the image itself. So let's go back in and change that back to having no image. So animate, you've got it on nothing there with the no entry sign. Then on there, it will actually zoom in and out. With that one, it will be very close and go left to right and then back again. So you've then got the zoom where it will zoom in. And then you've got the minus where it will start bigger and go back. So that's the different animations you've done. Let me get rid of that. That's how you can create a Facebook story using your mobile. But obviously there are going to be occasions when you want to set up to actually be able to sell something or send somebody to a link. So I'm now going to show you how you do it on desktop. So to do that, we need to go over to our Facebook page on the desktop. So here we are on the Marketing with Ethics page. Now, if you scroll down, you don't have the option to add to story underneath create a post like you do on mobile. Also, you can go up into here, and if you click on this, you'll see it's a camera instead of a plus mark. So you can view photo, you can view story, and you can edit profile. So if you click on view story, you can see I uploaded one an hour ago. So if I click on view story, it will show me one from 4 hours ago and the one from an hour ago because they're all within the last 24 hours. You can also access your archive from here. So you simply click on here, but you'll notice there is a create a story option here. Now, the downside to creating a story from here is you don't get the option to add a button with a link. So let me just show you very quickly. The other restrictions with desktop over mobile is you can only create a photo story or a text story. But let's say I want to create the one that I did earlier with a link through to my blog. If I create photo story, I can add an image, but all I can add is text. I cannot add a link. So the way to do this is let's come out of here. Let's go back to our page. And the easiest way to do this is to go down to Publishing Tools, then scroll down to Tools and Creator Studio. And this will open a separate tab for the Creator Studio. So you've still got your Facebook page there. And at the top here, you can see Add Story. So click on Add Story. Just scroll down, choose the page you're doing it for if you have more than one page. Now you still only have Create a Photo Story or Create a Text Story. But if you click on Create a Photo Story, add the image in again that I want. If you notice now, you've got Add Text and Add Button. So again, I don't want to add text because I've got text within the image that I've already created. So if I click on Add Button, I then have a choice of the different kinds of buttons to choose. So if I do Learn More, and then I can enter the link. So this is going to take them off to my blog, which is about get better results with these top Google Ads tips. So when they click on the Learn More button, they will be taken off to the website. So you can do this for blog images, you can do it for sales posts going off to particular product pages, to sign up pages for free downloads, or anything where you want to add a link that takes them off of Facebook onto your website. So this is the preview of what it looks like. And then of course, you can click on Share to Story. Now I'm not going to do that because obviously I've already created this one and I don't want another duplication. So discard that. And then of course you've got straightforward create text. So you can say, hi, my name is Susie. You've got the various types that you've got here, exactly the same as on mobile. You've got your different backgrounds here available for you as well. And then share story, but with no link option. So if you're wanting to send people off with a link to somewhere, you need to come onto desktop, go into Creator Studio, add a story, and create a photo story. If you then want to take a look at the stories that you have on here, so you can come back out of here, discard out of that, go to your content library and go down to stories. And here you can see stories that you've got. The status is active because they're still within the last 24 hours. It's the day and time that you added it. You can then see what engagements you've got and what unique open. So if the same person has opened it several times, it will only count once. And again, you can go into there and click on Add Story as well. Again, select whichever one it is, create photo story, add your image, add text, add button, etc. Same as before. And that's how you create a story with a link on your Facebook business page using the desktop. So let's get out there and share some great fun stories for our audience. But do remember, every story should either educate, inspire, or entertain, and is also more light-hearted than your posts.